What up guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna be setting up my new Nuvo 30 and I'm gonna be showing you everything I do to get it up and running. First of all, I really love the look of this tank and think Innovative Marine do a really great job at creating amazing tanks. As for the reason I went with the 30 long, it's because it lets you create a longer and more spread out rockscape, which gives it the illusion of it being a bigger tank as opposed to a cube tank, or at least that's what I think. As for the stand, I went with a metal stand from Petco and just put wood boards that I stained and put a protective coat on. It's a nice stand, especially since it has adjustable feet that makes leveling the tank a lot easier. For the sand, I went with the Fiji Pink Live Sand from Carib Sea, which is what you want to help you start the cycle, but I actually had to replace it, which you'll see later in the video. When starting a new tank, you don't really need much equipment, just the basics: wave pump, light, and a heater. Everything else like skimmers and dosers can come later. So the wave pump I went with is the Ice Cap 1K gyre, which fits perfectly on the side panel and should be able to push water all across the tank. The light is an AI Prime HD. I went with it because it's a mid-range light but can push out a lot of power, and also the ease of controllability. I am planning to add another one down the road though. The heater I will be running is a Finex 200 watt titanium heater that comes with this really nice digital controller that tells you the actual temperature in the tank. The tank does come with this media basket and 2 bags of carbon and this brown bag, which I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm not gonna use it at all, but I will use the carbon for the startup. But I will replace them with Kimi Pure Blue in the future. So on the media rack, I'm also going to be using Marine Pure Spheres and Seachem Matrix to help out with the biological filtration. They are both really porous material which will house a lot of beneficial bacteria. You don't need both, but I just used them because I already had them. So on this side, the water will flow like this. It's going to go through the overflow and then through the media rack I just showed you. And then this section, I'm planning on putting a skimmer. I'm not sure which one yet. Then it's going to flow into the return section, which houses the return pump and the Finex heater. Then on this side, just for the startup, I'm using the filter sock the aquarium came with. But in the future, these two sections are going to be my refugium area. As you can see, I cut out the back part so I could put a light on the back. And then there's another shot of the return section. So now the only mistake I did do was putting in the sand first. Usually you want to put the rock in first because you want the rock touching the glass, but I thought nothing of it. I thought maybe I could just wiggle the rock in, but I ended up breaking my rockscape, which is not bad, but you know, just put your rock in first, then the sand. When you first start out the tank, you don't want to immediately put fish in it. You want the tank to go through a thing called the nitrogen cycle. I'm not the best person to teach people on that, so if you have no clue what that is, I suggest you watch videos or read on the topic. So now that I got water in the tank, I'm gonna be using this product that I got from Petco, which I used on my previous tank and it worked really well, so I'm gonna be using it again. And basically what this is going to do is going to jumpstart the nitrogen cycle and speed it up. There's lots of products like this, but this is the one I'm going to be using. So after a day, I realized I wasn't going to be able to run the Fiji Pink sand. So in this next part are a few clips I recorded when I changed over to the Carib Sea special grade sand. What up guys? Today, as you can see, this bare spot right here, That's because of the wave maker. It's blowing the sand away from that spot because the sand I got is a little too fine. So after after another final rinse in RO water, I got the sand right here, which is a little more coarse and probably won't be blown away like this by the wave maker. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the wave maker and the return pump, and then I got this bag right here because I'm gonna be taking the rock out, and then with this I'm gonna be taking out the existing sand right there, and I'm gonna be putting it in a bucket, and I'm gonna leave a little layer on there, and then I'll put the rock back in there, and then I'll put the new sand all around the rock. So I'll get down to it. I got all the rock out, and now time to start taking this sand out. A lot of the sand out, and this is what the tank looks like. It's really foggy. So right now I got a problem. So I gotta put the rock back in, let the tank run for a while before I can put the new sand in there, because right now I won't be able to see what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll put the rock back in right now. I actually didn't end up recording the rest of me putting the sand in, but I still wanted to include this in the video. Hope you liked the video. I actually started the tank on October 7th, so it's been running for a little over a month. So on my next video, I plan on catching y'all up on what's been happening. So see y'all on the next one.